welcome back to another Max Baseball video. I'm Max with Max Baseball, and today we're going to be talking about all of the 2020 MLB redesigns for teams. And let's get into it. So our first team is the Texas Rangers, and most of three of these uniforms actually didn't really change. The blue one that says Texas, the gray one that says Texas, and the red one that says Texas. The only thing that really changed is the Nike swoosh, but the hat from the red Texas uniform has changed. It is red with a navy blue bill, and it has that new Texas outline with the TX logo in it. So the three uniforms are the blue spring training uniform, the baby blue uniform, and the new home uniform. So the spring training uniform is actually pretty clean. I like it. I think that the hat can go with any of their new uniforms, and I think that it's a pretty cool uniform. I love that logo. I think the only thing that could have been better, and this goes for all of the new ones, is they could have put a number on the below either the script or that TX logo. So the next new uniform is obviously that baby blue alternate. Now I think that's probably my favorite new Texas uniform, and it's just because most teams that can add a baby blue uniform, and they do, it just looks so great. And the only thing I could really change again, besides adding that number, is I would switch the colors on the hat. So the crown is navy blue, and the bill is baby blue, baby blue, yes. And then that home uniform with the Rangers script is just so good. I love it, and I would not change a thing about that. And so our next uniforms are going to be these new Milwaukee Brewers uniforms, and the Brewers definitely needed a redesign. To start off, I love all of these uniforms, and these cream uniforms are done so well, and I'm very happy that they got rid of that goldish, brownish color, because it didn't really match the colors of the Brewers that everybody thinks about. But so my favorite is obviously these cream ones, the home uniforms, and I love even though I like scripts, I definitely love the Brewers font that they're using, and I especially love the striping on the sides of these uniforms. Next, we have these blue road alternates. I think they're pretty good. Other than the hat, I think is the only thing I'd change. I would basically do the same hat as all these other uniforms have, except make it a gold bill or a yellow bill, just because this hat in this blue alternate kind of looks like a BP cap. Now we go to this white pinstriped jersey, and again they're using that Brewers kind of font. I love how they got a number on all of these uniforms, except for that cream one, which doesn't need one. And I especially love the patch on the side, the little baseball with the wheat as the stitching. I think that's a great touch, and it's so minimal and it's so small, but it made such a big difference on these uniforms. And then lastly, we've got these Milwaukee road jerseys that say Milwaukee across the front. They got that patch on the side, which is great. It's the M with the the state of Wisconsin. And I especially love the striping on the sleeves again. It's not the same striping, but it still does the job. So we're going to head to the Diamondbacks now, which really all they did is they changed the rattlesnake pattern, and they got rid of it on the back, on the shoulders of their jerseys and their pants. But so obviously I was a fan of that, actually. I liked it. I thought it was unique, and I thought that was what made the Diamondbacks uniform some of the best in the game. But I know a lot of people didn't like them, so I'm okay with them changing. I don't really mind it, to me. But they did change their road uniforms, and they made them from that dark gray to the normal traditional light gray, and it's okay. I'm not sure it's gonna be hard to adjust to, but then again, I don't watch the Diamondbacks that much, so it won't really matter to me. They did though add a black Los D-backs. It's in the far right, and I think it's a great uniform. It's so good. I love it. I love the blue on the outside of the trim on the Los D-backs, which is in red if you cannot see. But I think it's a great uniform, and it's a great addition to these new Diamondbacks uniforms. These uniforms are actually pretty nice, except for that one that has the Arizona A on it. I think what they should have done is they should have added just a number. Just please add a number to the other side, maybe under the Nike logo, or on the bottom left side. That's what I'm trying to say. Or even on the bottom right side. I think that would have made these uniforms look so much better, but I mean, they're not bad. It's a good redesign. And so our next team, the Padres, coming at us with 3 new uniforms, and this is my favorite redesign overall out of this year's new uniforms. Especially these alternates, or these road uniforms. I'm not sure what they are. They're like brownish, but they look so awesome, and I think these uniforms, you just can't go wrong. The Padres have some hard colors to work with, but they did it perfectly. The white uniforms are pretty cool. I like the Padres font across the chest. It's big. You can see it from a mile away. That's what you want in a uniform. And the Padres, because of their colors, they can be instantly recognized. And they didn't used to be, but now they can. There's so many teams that are blue. There's one team that is brown and gold. That is the San Diego Padres, and they did that well. Now, the only thing that I don't like is this brown alternate. I don't think it's that good just because it kind of looks like a UPS worker. I think this would have looked fine as a home alternate, but it being a road alternate, it's just not that good. I think they could have done better. Maybe they could have done maybe a brown for a home, but I don't really think they need a road alternate with these amazing road uniforms. So, I mean, the Padres, great job on the redesign. They needed it. Those other uniforms were just meh. So, yeah, let's get into our teams that only introduced one uniform. So, let's get into it. And so our first team that introduced one uniform for us this year was the Toronto Blue Jays, and they did it, oh my god, so well. These baby blue uniforms are amazing. They're one of my favorite redesigns of the year, even though it's not a complete redesign. They can wear these at home, on the road. It doesn't matter. They're going to look awesome anyways. And I especially love these hats and these helmets because, I mean, a navy blue hat with a baby blue bill is what I was asking for the Rangers to do, and they did it. The Blue Jays did it. And these helmets are sweet. They're navy blue, which is not necessarily one of the Blue Jays' main colors, but it still looks great for them. So our next team to unveil a new alternate this year is the Washington Nationals. They unveiled 2 caps, as you can see, one with all red except for a white front panel with a W and a bear, I believe, across it. No, that's not a bear, that's a pitcher, sorry. This is a great hat for the Nationals. I don't think they'll be wearing it that much. Still has a good look, but my favorite hat of these two is the navy blue hat with the white front panel and the red bill, has the Capitol building and a white W with red trim across it. As you can see, though, the kind of main thing is these new uniforms, or new jersey, which is a white jersey with the national script in blue and a red trim across it. And I think these uniforms will look great. We saw them in spring training a little bit, and they looked amazing. I think these are my favorite new Nationals uniforms, and I think they're going to be great on the field and great with them. So our second to last team that's going to be unveiling a new jersey this year is the Cincinnati Reds. As you can see, they have a new red script. I think this is new for the Nike, obviously Nike takeover by of the MLB by Nike, of course. This is a pretty cool jersey. It's red, obviously, because they're the Reds, and it's got white red script across the front, which we have not really seen that much. I don't believe they've had a jersey with the red script across the front. Comment down below. I don't remember any, but if you have seen one, comment down below and tell me what year it was from or whatever. But the patch on the sleeve looks pretty cool. It's Mr. Red, obviously, with these classic little hat, and I think this uniform's pretty cool. I mean, you can't go wrong with the Reds uniforms. Like, they're pretty awesome. But I mean, it's a great redesign for adding a jersey. The Reds did it fine because they're a classic team, and you can't be too futuristic, but they did a good job. I would definitely buy this jersey. So our final team of the video is the Minnesota Twins, and just start off, amazing job. They had these jerseys a couple years ago. They're obviously a throwback, but I don't know why they got rid of them. They're obviously bringing them back for their 60th anniversary. You will probably see a bunch of throwbacks this year for the Twins, but I mean, these jerseys are just so amazing. They pop. The red lettering with the blue trim is just so amazing, and I love these uniforms. I loved them when they had them a couple years ago. I loved them even after they got rid of them. And the Twins uniforms don't always pop, and these ones do, and I love them. I love them. Absolutely love them. So what are my opinions on the MLB Nike uniforms? I don't really mind it. I personally don't mind it. I can see why a lot of fans don't like it, especially Yankee, Dodgers, Cubs fans, and fans of a lot of those classic teams. It obviously can be a little bit distracting, and everything's going to take a little bit of time to get used to. Anything does, anything will. And I personally do not mind the Nike swoosh. I kind of like it. It kind of looks pretty cool. But obviously, it's just something to get used to. I can understand why people don't like it. I am probably in the minority group because a lot of people do hate it. I don't mind it. It's a little tiny swoosh, and I mean, I can understand why people hate it, but I don't love it. I don't hate it. I'm just kind of in the middle because, I mean, you can't fuss over it too much because if you do, then it just becomes a problem that we can't fix. Every now and then there's going to be a new sponsor, a new uniform maker. Like Russell used to make the MLB uniforms and Majestic took over. Majestic made the uniforms for a while. Now Nike's going to take over. Nike's one of the biggest companies in the world, people. Like, of course, they have the NFL. They have the NBA. Now they have the MLB. It's kind of, I could see this coming just because they were saying Under Armour or Nike was going to make them, and I couldn't really see Under Armour making these just because Under Armour isn't a big enough company, in my opinion. I think Nike had a better chance at making them, and they obviously did, and now they make them. So, I mean, in my opinion, you can't fuss over it too much. It's just a tiny swoosh, but I can understand why people are mad about it. Make sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below what you want to see next. I have some Topps 2019 and 2020 Big League coming in the mail soon. Hopefully I can open those for you guys, but comment down below what you want to see more of, maybe some MLB The Show. More videos like this I can definitely do, but I'm open to anything. So thank you for watching. See you next time.